Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare ancient Roman wild boar from the 8th book of the Reco Quinaria. We start with the ingredients. We need wild boar, onion, wine, honey, garum, olive oil, wheat starch, oregano, and the spices: myrtle berries, black pepper, coriander, and lovage. We skewer the meat and roast it on charcoal. The cooking time can change considerably depending on the size of the chunks, the cut you choose, and the temperature of the charcoal. We cook it at quite low heat for about half an hour, but you may choose a faster or a slower cooking based on the cut. You can also use whole pieces such as the leg or shoulder, but actually the original recipe is for the whole wild boar, roasted in the oven. Wild boar was particularly appreciated in the antiquity. In this part of the Reco Quinaria, it's used for 10 recipes. However, the one we chose is recommended for any kind of game meat. According to Pliny, the habit to roast the whole boar started in the 1st century before the Common Era, thanks to Servilius Rullus, and it was eaten every day. At these times, Pliny adds, 2 or 3 wild boars does not represent the main dish, but just the first course. In ancient Rome, boars not only were hunted, but also bred in the leporaria built in the ville, the Roman farms, as well as other animals, for example hares, rabbits, deer, or dormice. A leporarium is an enclosure for wild animals, as recalled by Varro, and its name derives from lepus, which means hare. Meanwhile, we prepare the sauce. We grind in the mortar the spices and the oregano, then add the minced onion, garum, and honey, and dilute with wine, adding a bit of olive oil. To obtain a good balance between the ingredients, we suggest using 1 part each of pepper, coriander, and lovage. For example, 1 or 2 pinches each, with 2 or 3 myrtle berries. We recommend a tablespoon of honey, garum, and oil, and 2 of wine. Myrtle berries are difficult to substitute, being their intense, typical aroma very peculiar. You can use myrtle leaves or bay laurel leaves, keeping them all and cooking them with the sauce. Remove them before pouring the sauce on the meat. The flavor of bay laurel leaves is different from myrtle berries, but they have an aromatic complexity that pairs with the other ingredients perfectly, and you will obtain an excellent sauce anyway. You can substitute lovage with fennel or anise seeds, used in the antiquity instead of lovage, according to Pliny and Dioscorides. Again, the flavor is not the same, but it pairs very well with the other spices. Pepper and lovage together turn very spicy, so we suggest keeping the quantities in check. We used dried oregano, but you can also use it fresh. If you want to know more about the Mediterranean spices and herbs in the antiquity, and read the translation of the first 4 books of the Reco Quinaria, in addition to many other articles and translations about ancient and medieval cooking and dietetics, check out our Patreon page or buy our book Ancient Roman Cooking, in which you find information about the ingredients and preparations typical of ancient Rome, with several recipes that we translated and explained. When the meat is cooked through, we thicken the sauce with a bit of wheat starch diluted in water. If you're interested in medieval cooking instead, read our book Registrum Coquine, a medieval cookbook, with the translation, glossary, and commentary of a beautiful 15th century cookbook. Both books are available in English and Italian, in ebook and print editions. To support our work, you can also buy us a beer or purchase our merchandise. You find all the links in the description below. This dish turned out intensely flavored with Mediterranean aromas, slightly sweet and spicy. We paired it with barley polenta, some roasted chestnut, and a simple lettuce salad, dressed with oil, garum, and vinegar. As an alternative, we recommend wheat or spelt pulse. You find the links in the description below. If you're interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.